Welcome back to MMO Madness Behind the Troll Mask. I'm your host, Boss Mode, and today we're stepping into the theater of the absurd. The MMO stage where the loot tables don't matter, the DPS meters are irrelevant, and the real boss fight is watching your guild in-game marriage implode over a fake love triangle. That's right, today we're talking about RP servers. For the uninitiated, RP stands for Roleplay. RP servers were supposed to be places where immersion ruled, where players became their characters, and where tavern gossip was more important than the raid strats. But in practice, RP servers became the soap operas of the MMO world. Goldshire's Inn and WoW's Moonguard server, a scandal factory. Balmung in Final Fantasy XIV, a Vegas strip of ERP drama. ESO taverns, a constant open mic night with scandal on tap. And here's the kicker. RP servers attract not just storytellers, but spies, trolls, and full-on scandal factories. Today we're diving into the drama, the scandals, and the burners that make RP servers the most entertaining and sometimes toxic communities in MMO history. RP servers were supposed to be safe havens, a place where lore nerds could build stories without being mocked by the raid-obsessed crowd. Devs created them with the dream of immersion roleplay, where your character's story mattered as much as the loot they carried. But purity never lasts. The second you gather players into a sandbox, drama is inevitable. On Moongrave, there was a guild that ran a holy knight order. Think Crusaders, strict codes, medieval vibes. Two officers role-played a forbidden romance, very dramatic, lots of whisper, emotes, and tearful monologues in Stormwind. Problem? One of them was secretly running a burner alt in another guild where they were also role-playing a romance. When the two romances collided, it turned into a full-blown, in-character trial for adultery. Imagine Judge Judy, but in paladin armor. The fallout? Half the guild left, the other half doubled down on the drama. Nothing screams immersion like running parallel affairs with your own burner alts. You thought HBO was dramatic. Nah. WoW RP servers invented prestige television. An ESO guild ran nightly tavern sessions. Bard played instruments, players drank, characters flirted. One bard, a beloved performer, was adored by all, until one night, logs leaked. The bard had been recording chat logs and selling them to a rival guild to expose their ERP. Scandal erupted. Guild meetings turned into interrogations. Friendships ended. The bard, kicked out, came back 2 weeks later on a new character named Not the Same Bard. Nobody bought it. Let's talk about the infamous hotspots. Goldshire Inn, Moonguard in WoW. Known worldwide as the den of ERP, players roll new characters just to visit, then log out traumatized or amused. Trade chat memes immortalized. What happened in Goldshire stays in Goldshire. In reality, it's a living, breathing circus of emote spam. In ESO, a player role-played as a chicken. For weeks, just clucked, pecked, and followed tavern goers. The guild loved it, adopted him as a mascot. But, plot twist, the chicken was actually a spy for a rival guild. He used the chicken disguise to overhear RP plans. When exposed, he returned on a burner account as a goat. Dedication unmatched. On Balmung, a royal court guild role-played as Erzia's nobility. They ran weddings, trials, banquets. The king and queen role-players staged an elaborate in-game wedding. Weeks later, the queen discovered the king was ERPing with a maid alt. During a guild event, she dramatically announced a divorce in chat. The maid was revealed to be the king's second burner. The guild split in half, forming rival courts. Both ran competing royal events in Limsa. You don't need Netflix when you have Balmung. All you need is popcorn and emote divorce papers. Burners thrive on RP servers. Why? Because anonymity lets you play not one role, but many. In ESO, a guildmaster role-plays romance with an officer. Lots of flowery letters, dramatic emotes. Turns out the lover was the GM's own burner alt. He was literally writing love letters to himself. When exposed, half the guild quit. The rest stayed just to watch the meltdown. In WoW, a nightly guild took in a mysterious female role-player. Everyone adored her. She role-played a tragic backstory, got promoted to officer. Months later, revealed to be another guild member's male alt. He catfished his own guild for attention. Fallout? Guild collapsed, but the story is still retold in Moonguard taverns like urban legend. Sometimes RP drama turns into full-on wars. In WoW, a royal family RP guild hosted a wedding. 200 players showed up in formal transmog. Mid-ceremony, the queen found out her husband was ERPing with someone else. She rage quit in the middle of the vows. The prince declared himself king. Guild civil war followed. Here's another one that happened in ESO. An ESO guild staged a trial after a character murdered another in roleplay. The problem? The accused didn't agree to the plot. The trial turned into a shouting match in zone chat. Other guilds joined, role-playing as lawyers, judges, and even executioners. What started out as a murder trial ended up with 3 guilds at war. Some people raid dragons. Some people raid taverns. Choose your chaos. But not every RP story ends in scandal. Sometimes the mask kills. A Balmung player started as a troll, crashing events with bad ERP jokes. Guild told him, if you want attention, write a story. He did. Week after week, he wrote RP arcs that became beloved. The troll became dungeon master. Guild still credits him for their golden age. A player joined ESO taverns but never spoke, just listened. Slowly through emotes, they began to participate. Months later, they admitted they were using RP to overcome social anxiety. That tavern guild became their family. RP servers are messy, scandalous, absurd. But they're also where some players find their voice. Sometimes the drama is just the stage for something better. So what are RP servers really? They're soap operas with swords. They're scandals with emotes. They're places where chicken can be a spy, a king can cheat with his own alt, and a guild can split over fake divorce. But they're also where players write their own stories. Good, bad, hilarious, and heartbreaking. And honestly, that's why they'll always matter. And now, a word from our sponsor.
Subscribe now to MMO Madness, Behind the Troll Mask, sponsored by Boss Mode Fashion, because even if your DPS is trash, your outfit doesn't have to be. Find your next respawn-ready outfit at bossmodefashion.com.
Got a grief story or a redemption arc worth sharing? Email podcast@mmomadness.com. Your story may end up in a future episode. Don't forget to like, share, and follow the podcast. This is Boss Mode out.